Hello everyone, it's Theresa again. I'm ready to soap my Copycats Challenge. The Copycats Challenge, for those of you who do not know, is a challenge that's being hosted in the Facebook Soaping 101 group. A group of us got together and we decided to host a friendly, not a competition, but a challenge to where we would all use the same colors and the same technique to make a bar of soap so that we can judge how differently each bar comes out, even though we all have the same basic design or basic tools. So I've got my oils here. I've got everything prepared. So I'm going to get started. First I'm going to add in my additives into my oils. These additives include sodium lactate, kaolin clay, castor oil, I can't remember what I listed, so I can't remember what I'm forgetting. Vitamin E, aloe, all that yummy stuff is in that bowl. Ooh, careful with the glass. Sorry. Thought I was ready. Forgot my whizzer. But I didn't forget it. It's all ready to go. It's just down in the drawer. It hadn't been plugged up yet. There we go. I'm going to pop this out. And I haven't got my lye in here yet. But I want to get that kaolin clay really nice and mixed in before I put anything else in. Look at all those bubbles. That's not good. Alright, so let's slowly try to get rid of some of these bubbles. I don't expect that the soap is going to be anywhere near perfection anyway, considering it's more colors than I've ever done in one soap and a technique I've never done with a new recipe and a new mold. So this is quite the challenge in a challenge. So alright, so I'm going to firstly give my lye a stir just to make sure. Now I'm not using any milks or anything today because I've got enough of a challenge. Just adding in my lye water. But I think I have enough challenge on my hands without adding anything extra. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just using straight distilled water today. Usually I've been trying, I can't say usually, I could say that I have been trying to use, I've used milks, like goat's milk and heavy cream, and I've also used aloe juice, but I'm not doing that today. So I hope you can see. If you can't, please forgive me, because I've got the camera in a new position and I can't really see what you're seeing. So I'm going to lightly whiz this and bring it to emulsification. Very little, because I've got a lot of air in this batter. And I still have a lot of mixing to do. So I'm just trying to get it emulsified, that's all. I hope you can see. I know there's a shadow on the bow, but that's because the shadow is due to where the light is located, and I can't really do much about it, and I'm sorry about that. This batter is awful yellow, and I tell you that's because most of my liquid oil is extra virgin olive oil today, which is green. So mixed with the shea butter that's in here and some of the other additives and oils, butters, It's a little yellow. But that's okay. Alright, so I think we've got emulsification here. No trace yet, but I really don't want to take it to trace, considering that I have to mix up at least 4 colors, maybe 5. So I don't really want to take it all the way to trace before I divvy out my colors. So I don't know how many of these you're going to be able to see. I'm going to do my best here to get you where you can see. I'm actually a pot short here, so give me just a second. I don't have another one of those exactly, but I do have another bow. I don't know how I miscounted that. But that's okay. So I'm going to aim for a cup each, and we'll see where that gets us. It's like I said, this is a new batter for me. So I'm going to do it up here where I can see, because it's a little low. Whoa! I dripped a little. I'm going to go ahead and take this cup and put it in this bow. And then I'm going to add another cup back into here. Okay. And then I've got another little bitty pot here just for this little bit of extra that I'm going to do. Oops, spilt it. I'm making a mess. It's no good at all. I'm a little nervous about this whole situation because I've never done this before. So this one here is just going to be a small amount of yellow. Let me see, make sure I'm working in camera. So I'll just move it over. Hopefully you can see. I had a small amount of yellow colorant left from one of my last batches. So I just figured I'll just toss that in. Because we are allowed to have one wild color. Well, we're allowed to have, not one, but we're allowed to have some wild card colors. So I figured I would just go ahead and use that yellow in there. And I may end up, I'm making a mess. Please forgive me. I know that drives some people crazy, but I think I'm a little in over my head at the moment. This is another one of my wild card colors. It's a bright orange. So hopefully these don't morph too much. And I just realized I forgot to have my fragrance oil, so I'm going to have to split it up among these batches. I'm trying not to mix it too much because I have a lot of other stuff to do and I don't want it to set up on me. I know there's a mess. Like I said, please forgive me. Actually, well, I'll have to, let me go ahead and get my titanium dioxide in for my white before I do any of the darker colors. I should have done it before I done the orange. I had some titanium dioxide stripes in my last batch. So it's important that I make sure I mix this really well. But I don't want to do too much at one time, so that's all it's going to get for now. It looks like I'm going to have to grab another spatula, but that's okay. This is supposed to be my teal. That's what it's called. Teal. So we'll see. Looks a little dark to me. Looks like green. Really green. But it might morph. So we'll just go with it. Nothing I can do about it now. It is what it is. And I will give these a good mix before I put them in the mold. But just moving right along here. I'm trying to. And one last one here. This is the last of the mandatory colors in the challenge, which is purple. And I believe this was ultramarine violet. So hopefully it gives me a decent purple. It really doesn't look like it's going to. That looks more gray. I'm going to give it a zhuzh here and see what I can see. It's not really the purple I want, but at this point, it's going to be the purple I get. Because I don't want to risk adding anything else in at this stage of the game. I seem to be pretty fluid, so I'm going to take a moment and wipe this up because it drives me insane. Alright, so now I think we have everything pretty well mixed up, and we're starting to set up just a little bit on the yellow here. So, just a little bit. So I'm going to start my in the pot swirl. My in the pot swirl is going to consist of a couple of colors here. I'm going to give this a good wiping around, and then get the spatulas out. Alright, bear with me for just a moment. Just giving these a stir. I know you can't really see, but I'm just stirring up here. Alright, so I'm going to use the, I can't decide whether I want to use the orange as my base or the teal. And I think because I've already made an orange soap, I'm going to stick with the teal. So I'm going to be adding in the pot, I'm going to be adding 4 colors, which was going to be the orange, the purple, the white, and the little bit of yellow. So we're going to go with the orange first. I'll add some purple. Add some yellow. I'll add some white. You may be recognizing this as the column pour, but I'm not gonna, that's not the pour we're gonna do. This is definitely an in the pot swirl. So just bear with me as we get it done. A little more of that yellow than I thought it was going to be. That's all the white I'm going to use. I might use a little more. But I want to save some of the white for the top of my soap. So looks like we'll have one more round. Just leaving that like that. Alright. So now that we have our colors mixed, I'm just going to leave them exactly like I just poured them. Move them out of the way. Wipe up for just a second here. And grab my mold. Give my teal a swisheroo. And get it in to the base. If you're wondering what this mold is, I got it from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Alright, so now I'm going to add my In the Pot swirl as a drop swirl. Here we go. Can you see that in there? I don't know if I can manage to get it, the rest of it in there without mixing it up too much. I'm going to try. Alright. Alright, so now I don't think that my white is going to be able to stay on top. So I think I'm going to have to let it set up just a bit before I add my top. I'm just cleaning out the pot swirl, the In the Pot swirl bucket. Alright, so, well, I'm going to pause and clean up just a bit and give that a minute to set up just a bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think we're set. I think we might be set up enough to try to get some of this white onto the top. I'm going to start very, very slowly because I actually do not want this white to go down into the batter at all. And if it's going to, then I have to stop. So we're going to test it. And I'm going to slowly add it. So as I don't want it to go down in at all. I know this is a tedious thing, and please, if it bothers you, just fast forward. But as I said, this is a challenge. It's more of a personal challenge, but it's definitely a challenge. And there is a speck in here, and I know that it's purple soap, so I'm just gonna plop it out there. But yeah, this is a challenge. I guess it's a more personal challenge than anything. But it is a challenge, and other people are looking forward to seeing this. Well, I don't know if they're necessarily looking forward to seeing it, but we're all having fun. You know, I'm completely new to the group. Most people in there know each other. They've been in there a while. But I'm new. But they're all really nice. They accepted me with open arms and have offered me some of the most invaluable information. There's some really popular people on there that are from YouTube. I believe her name's Katie from Royalty Soaps. She's in there. Jen from A&N Such and Such, she's in there, and she's actually participating in this challenge. I'm not sure if Katie is or not, but Jen is, and I am looking forward to seeing her video. Okay, so we have that on there. And now I'm going to drizzle some of the leftovers of the other colors on the top. They're still light enough that I can drizzle, which is good. This yellow, I'm glad I decided to add it. It adds a nice contrasting color. And now let's see if I got any white that I can scoop out of here for the very tippy top. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to have very much. But we'll scrape what we can. There we go. So that pretty much wraps that up. Well, it doesn't wrap up the soap, but it wraps up that part of the soap. So I need to do something with these tops, but I'm not exactly sure what yet. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet. So I may just try to do a little swirl, and we'll see. What we get. So I definitely don't want to muddy up the colors too much. Alright, that's it. I'm not doing anything else. That is all I'm doing for this soap. That is all I'm doing for this soap. Alright, and you know what I didn't do? And you all won't let me do it. I did not fragrance this soap. This is an unfragranced soap. And I think I'm going to cry. This is my unfragranced challenge soap. It's not going to smell of anything, but I hope it's pretty. Until next time, happy soaping. Bye-bye.